Hi. So it has been quite a while since we last met. So I thought I'd make a quick video, talk about a few things, and yeah. So there is so much to talk about, and so hopefully I'll be able to talk about this in a way where it, you know, I can address all the things that I want to talk about. So first of all, I hope you're doing great. Well, if not, I'll um, hopefully I'll be able to do something about it. That's why I'm here. So um, let's talk about the things and the topics that I want to talk about in the future videos, and all yeah, all the topics in a more general sense. Like, there's so much stuff to say, but um, hopefully I can outline it in this video. So I want to talk about um, I've been getting so inspired recently with some of the more metaphysical, and I guess you could call it, I'm not sure if I'm necessarily a fan of this word, but maybe spiritual. I'm not entirely sure if I want to use that word, but yeah, in a more metaphysical sense, the idea of greater connections. There is so much, the way we relate to, the way the human mind relates to these some metaphysical concepts and some other things that I've been getting so much inspiration with these things. So that's what I want to talk about. There are various things, there are various aspects of it, some which are which relate to our thoughts and the way we live inside our minds, our perceptions, um, the way we see the world, the way we perceive. Uh, wow, let me try to articulate this if I can. The way we, let's just, for now, let's just say that the way we, our perceptions of the world, and but not just that being one aspect. Another thing that I want to talk about is the way we can think about these concepts and apply them in a more physical sense, that in in ideas, in concepts that we can physically interact with, and which can involve other people, other minds, other um, many parts coming together to form a whole in that sense, and creating greater things with these metaphysical sort of groundwork in a way, or maybe maybe not groundwork, but concepts, I guess you could say. So that's what I want to talk about. Another thing that relates straight from this into, this is like less like compartmentalized different concepts, which I'm personally not a big fan of. I'm not a fan of taking things and putting them into compartments and thinking of them all as separately. I like to think of things as spectrums and gradients and things that blend and things that connect to each other. There are various connections. There are so many things that we think about, and there are other subjects, but there are so many interconnections between them that if you turn these things into compartments, you just miss out on the big picture. So in that sense, I think that we take from these metaphysical concepts and uh, move to society, and how society functions, and how individuals relate to society, how individuals form society, how an individual and society can synergize, and how they can. Um, it's not for a person to be alone. It's just it's a terrible thing. That's why we have society to to keep us together, to give us a sense of um, meaning in a social sense, to give to hold us up when we feel down. If we feel overwhelmed, we can rest our heads on people that we care about, and that in a way is in various levels, or in various groups, or in various type of sections, or well, there are people that you're really close to, there are certain people that are your friends, there are certain other people that so there are various ways in which you interact with people, and the way this all comes together to form a society, to find a sort of a grand meaning and a grand strategy when it comes to this society. That's another thing that I kind of want to talk about. And apart from this, I want to talk about what was I going to talk about? Every time. Huh. But yeah, so with these things, I these are the things that I've been thinking about. There's so much of it going on in my mind. I'm trying to figure out, and with these future videos, I'll figure out a way to bring some structure to it, and be able to express these thoughts in a nice coherent way, and um, in an articulate and eloquent way, where the things that are inside my mind, I can express them in a way that, from going from an idea to words, there is as little lost in that translation as I possibly can. Because when an idea gets transformed into words, there's just it in some ways you can feel like what you thought in your head and what a word can express, it's not even, sometimes you can think that it's not even 1% of what it really means. But to try to explain that using various, maybe not with words, then maybe some, I don't know, some poetry, I don't know, in some way, if that makes sense, to that I want to be able to express these things. And so yeah, it's been a while, and hopefully these things that I want to talk about um, will help you feel, it'll help me. And because I just love to talk about these things and have really interesting like conversations. And so yeah, these are some of the things that I'm going to talk about. This video was a complete mess, but hopefully it'll be interesting. So yeah, whatever, if you have I don't know, mm, whatever, what thoughts would you have on this video? I haven't really, whatever, if there's something I said, if you have any thoughts on it, I guess let me know, because I always ask, because that's the whole point, that I really like to make these videos, so we can have a conversation about it. So yeah, whatever, if there's something I said right now that kind of sparked some kind of thought in you, whatever, let me know. Feel free to yeah, feel free to share what you think. And yeah, with these next videos, I'll talk about these things, and hopefully these videos will be interesting. So anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, thanks for being with me in this video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next videos.